the amateurs. But yeah, obviously, like, I'd have to move up a little bit. She'd have to come down, but you know, what a great fight to make as well. I'd love to do like a 2-fight, 3-fight.
The Lauren Price, is that the fight that you want next?
Yes, if I can get it in between December and January. Hey, she got a belt that I know belongs to me, and that's the ring belt.
Y'all want me to come to the UK? Pay me that money. I've already. Lauren tonight is fighting in front of 7,000 people. I fought in front of 18,000 my last fight. I've had sold out events my last 3 fights. So to be fighting in 16,000, 18,000, we know that I'm a big draw, that my fans are coming out to see me. And as far as me and Lauren Price, I am the bigger star. I'm the more accomplished fighter. I'm pound for pound #1.
What do you make of that?
Lauren is not faster than me. I saw the film.
Look, man, best ever. That's my reaction. Claressa Shields is the best ever. Wow. Immaculate, amazing performance, sitting on her punches, moving around the ring. Even Mayweather said it himself. He was doing the Mayweather, talking about getting out the way, going to the body, coming up top. That was immaculate performance.
When Claressa Shields stepped into the ring in Atlanta, the entire boxing world was watching closely to find out whether her return to middleweight would cost her the razor-sharp dominance she has become famous for. But instead of slowing down or showing any signs of weakness, the self-proclaimed GWOAT delivered one of the most explosive performances of her career, stopping Australia's Kaye Scott inside 6 rounds before immediately turning her attention toward Welsh powerhouse Lauren Price. What happened afterward quickly became much bigger than just another call-out, as a potential showdown between 2 Olympic gold medalists began taking shape. Their growing tension and contrasting ambitions have created a collision course that could become one of the biggest fights in women's boxing, while completely turning the sport on its head and leaving fans around the world wondering what could happen next.
At 160.
I'll ask you about that, but you coming down here to Atlanta, this was your idea. You were selling out arenas in Michigan. You came down here, 16,000 fans here in Atlanta that came to see you tonight.
That is so crazy to me. Oh my God! I walked out here, I said, oh, they in this mother lover for your girl. Man, I knew I could do it. Atlanta love black excellence, just like Detroit. And I came out here to show why I'm pound for pound #1.
All right, so Lauren Price, is that the fight that you want next?
Yes, if I can get it in between December.
Stepping into State Farm Arena, Shields made a massive career gamble by dropping the weight after dominating the heavyweight division and proving herself against much bigger opponents. Australian world champion Kaye Scott entered the arena determined to use her physical strength and larger frame to pressure the American superstar, rough her up early, and force her into an uncomfortable fight for the opening bell. But from the very first exchange, Shields showed exactly why she operates on an entirely different level from most of her competition. Her incredible hand speed, sharp timing, precise combinations, and dangerous counterpunching completely dismantled Scott's offense, making it nearly impossible for the Australian champion to establish any real rhythm or control inside the ring. Every time Scott attempted to press forward, Shields was already prepared with a response, landing clean counters and forcing her opponent to pay for every mistake. By the second round, the punishment had already taken its toll, leaving Scott dealing with severe swelling and struggling to deal with the relentless accuracy and speed coming from Shields.
Again, the woman headlined an event, and absolutely incredible. Let's give our respect to Kaye Scott, who was a very game champion.
To be honest, I probably was a little bit nervous going into it because I wasn't sure whether the media do sway little things, and I was like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. But there was absolute respect the whole way through it. She was very, very sportsmanlike and polite the whole way through. Like, she still held her own and like spoke the way she should because she has all those accolades. But I felt absolutely respected the whole time through. That was Dimitri and Claressa the whole way through. So I think it's a little bit of a negative narrative that's not true, or it didn't apply to me.
What was the biggest surprise in terms of actually being in the ring that maybe you weren't anticipating?
It's probably, if anything, I actually thought the speed. It was probably like, she's definitely strong, but it was the punches coming quicker, and I couldn't match that.
I love the way that made me look quicker, but I ain't have to.
By the time the 6th round arrived, Shields unleashed a punishing left hook that sent Scott staggering backward into the ropes, immediately following it with a relentless barrage of powerful punches that left the Australian champion unable to fight back effectively. The referee in Scott's corner had seen enough and stepped in to wave off the contest at exactly 1 minute and 38 seconds, bringing the brutal encounter to an emphatic end. It was a rare and highly definitive stoppage from Shields, one that showcased her power, precision, and finishing ability while sending a terrifying warning throughout the entire 160-pound division. With that performance, Shields made it clear that dropping back down in weight had not weakened her dominance at all, but instead appeared to make her even more dangerous, creating an immediate sense of fear and uncertainty among the fighters waiting for their opportunity to challenge her.
Boxing strength, I feel like you have to know how to generate your power, and luckily for me, I had a great coach in Jason Crusher who taught me the fundamentals of boxing. So I know how to generate my power and use my leverage, and I have great combinations that just stuck in my head from the time I was 11 to now 31. And I mean, you have to know how to use that gym strength and how to actually make it work. You gotta know how to. You gotta know how to actually make it work. So for me, I just do workouts that strengthen my boxing really. Like I can bench 185. I can bench 185 and I can do all these push-ups and do, great stuff when I'm athletic, but I really focus on my punching. Like as long as I can punch, I try to do stuff with natural body weight.
Did you feel any negative reaction to coming down the weight to the weight cut?
No. Going down to 160, I do that. I mean, I just wasn't comfortable with doing that. How strong I am at 175. I just know that me being at 175 and how strong I was there. And then coming down to 160 after the 3 years, I was kind of like, dang, I felt strong, I just felt smaller. So it's like, it was just like, I felt like I was punching, but I wasn't punching with 175. I was punching with 160, which I think 160 was never a weight class for me, but I won the Olympics there, and I was naturally like that size, but naturally, even when I was 17, I would get big as 100.
The energy inside the building felt less like a routine title defense and far more like a massive blockbuster pay-per-view spectacle, with the atmosphere carrying the intensity and excitement of a major boxing event. Sitting directly at ringside was an extraordinary lineup of legendary names from across the sport, including Floyd Mayweather Jr., pound-for-pound King Terence Crawford, and Shakur Stevenson, creating an electric presence around the arena. Adding even more star power to the occasion were major cultural icons such as Usher and rapper Latto, turning the night into a crossover event that extended far beyond boxing itself. With so many legendary fighters, elite champions, and entertainment stars packed around the ring, every moment inside State Farm Arena felt bigger, louder, and more significant than an ordinary championship night, making the atmosphere feel like a true celebration of boxing, celebrity, and elite-level competition all at once.
Easy work. She's the greatest. It's no debate.
Yeah.
No debate.
Yeah, no debate. Greatest one of all time?
I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is crazy.
Yeah.
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 So let them know. Let them know. Let them know.
Crazy. Electric.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here.
Did you expect the stoppage?
Yeah, I called it.
You too?
I said first round though, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no other woman fighter that's doing numbers like her.
Yeah. Facts.
Hands down, she's the best.
Facts.
And with a no name.
Facts. Facts.
And with a no name. We don't really want to say it's a no name, you were the world champion.
True that. True that.
I'm saying, can the other girl do what she did just now? She the name.
An unfamiliar name.
An unfamiliar name. She the name. Can they do that? She the name. She the draw.
See the draw.
She the best.
You know what that's like.
Terence Crawford openly praised Shields for her intelligent punch selection, sharp decision-making, and remarkable composure under the brightest lights, highlighting how smoothly she changed gears when the moment demanded it and ultimately forced the stoppage. Crawford's reaction emphasized the level of control Shields displayed throughout the fight, showing that her success was not simply based on raw speed or power, but also on her ability to read her opponent and make adjustments at exactly the right time. Floyd Mayweather was also seen celebrating Shields' flawless ring generalship, recognizing the exceptional way she managed every phase of the contest while keeping Scott under constant pressure. Mayweather appeared to acknowledge that Shields' ability to control distance, dictate the pace, and remain just outside her opponent's strongest attacks can make even highly skilled elite fighters look completely out of their depth. Their praise added even more significance to an already dominant performance, reinforcing the idea that Shields was operating at a level few fighters in the sport can match.
You better show my prediction.
Yeah, I did. You predicted a stoppage. She stopped her. You called it. Greatest woman of all time?
Thus far,
Thus far.
as of right now,
Yes, sir.
she's a killer.
You have a good time?
Right now, like I said before, when it comes to like just female sports, she's at the top. And I will continue to support her. I need everybody to support her. She's unbelievable, man. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, yeah. How about the event?
Come on now. That's what we do. We show love, we show support.
Yeah.
We show love, we show support.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black love.
Crazy. Crazy.
Come on now. You know I'm gonna come see you, Ush.
Crazy.
In the post-fight media scrum, the conversation quickly shifted toward the constant online skepticism that has followed Shields throughout her career, with critics frequently attempting to downplay the quality of her opponents before the opening bell even rings. Yet her team and several close observers offered a different perspective, drawing a direct comparison to what has often been called the Mayweather effect. Their argument was simple. When a fighter steps into the ring against someone operating at an all-time great level, even their best abilities can suddenly become difficult to display. Skills that normally stand out against other opponents can be neutralized almost instantly by superior timing, distance control, defensive awareness, and ring intelligence, making the matchup appear far more one-sided than expected. In that sense, what may look like an easy victory from the outside can actually be evidence of just how exceptional the dominant fighter truly is. Shields' performance once again fueled that discussion, as her ability to take away Scott's strengths and dictate the entire contest made her opponent appear less dangerous than many expected before the fight began.
Because I bought something that you're never going to see a girl be in the ring and be 50-50 with me. It's just not going to happen. And it's not going to happen because I'm just almighty and everything. It's not going to happen because God literally chose me to be number one. And I trained to be number one, and I diet, and I run, and I continue to never...
Even Kaye Scott admitted in her post-fight comments that although she believed she had prepared herself to deal with Shields' physical strength and expected the challenge of facing such a powerful opponent, the reality inside the ring was completely different. Scott explained that Shields' blinding hand speed, sharp reactions, intelligent movement, and tactical precision were simply too overwhelming for her to consistently match or counter. Despite entering the fight with a clear game plan and confidence in her own abilities, Scott found herself struggling to keep pace as Shields continuously changed distance, timing, and rhythm. The Australian champion was unable to create enough openings to establish her offense, while Shields repeatedly capitalized on every opportunity with accurate and powerful combinations. In the end, Scott's honest assessment highlighted just how difficult it is to prepare for a fighter who can combine physical strength with elite speed, timing, and tactical awareness at the highest level.
Didn't go to plan. Would have loved to have had my hand raised in victory, but Claressa was just too good. We're healthy, we're safe, and that's the biggest thing. Thanks for all the check-ins, and I'm gonna go on a holiday, going to California. Peace. To be honest, I probably was a little bit nervous going into it because I wasn't sure whether the media do sway little things, and I was like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen, but there was absolute respect the whole way through it. She was very, very sportsmanlike and polite the whole way through. Like, she still held her own and like spoke the way she should because she has all those accolades, but yeah, no, I felt absolutely respected the whole time through. That was Dimitri and Claressa the whole way through. So I think it's a little bit of a negative narrative that's not true, or it didn't.
With the unified WBC and WBA middleweight titles wrapped securely around her waist, Shields did not waste a single moment celebrating her latest victory. Instead, she immediately seized the spotlight and turned her attention across the Atlantic toward unified welterweight world champion Lauren Price. Calling out the undefeated Welsh superstar, Shields made it crystal clear that she has no interest in taking the easy route or simply resting on her accomplishments. She wants the biggest, toughest, and most dangerous challenges available, and she is daring Price to step forward and put her perfect undefeated record on the line against one of the most accomplished fighters in women's boxing. For Shields, a showdown with Price represents the kind of generational super fight that could define an era, bringing together two elite champions, two Olympic gold medalists, and two unbeaten stars with everything to prove. The message was unmistakable. Shields wants the fight, she wants the challenge, and she wants Price to find out what happens when she steps into the ring with the pound-for-pound queen.
Roy Jones Jr. a lot. It really does, right? Roy Jones Jr. was the best fighter in the world. He was. And he just ran out of ops. I mean, really, he was just at the wrong weight class at that time. And it got to the point where he was just looking for ways to challenge himself. So he goes up to heavyweight and then he comes right back down. He tried to do something that has never been done ever, and he succeeded. No, a middleweight hasn't gone up to heavyweight in 100 years, and then to come back down and regain the light heavyweight title, no one has ever done that. So Roy Jones Jr. was really trying to make history. He was just trying to find ways to challenge himself. And really, to me, that's Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields, she done whooped everybody. She done cleared out everybody, and she's just in an era where in her division, there's really no one there to really contest her. So she has to find ways to challenge herself. That reminds me of Roy Jones Jr. a lot. Now, when it comes to Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, you know, that's like the Floyd Mayweather thing. They're in the right division to have the ops to really do great shit. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fighting each other. You get what I'm saying? Like Alicia Baumgardner is there. So they could actually put together a crazy historic resume, right? And have these ops that Claressa Shields just cannot find. Claressa's in a crazy spot because she's a big woman and she's a fantastic athlete with a lot of speed, a lot of experience, great skills, amateur background, and all those things. She just really has it all, but you know, her arms on D's and there's no one to rumble with. So that's not really Claressa Shields' fault, but I like the fact that she is pushing herself to try to just challenge herself and accomplish different things, which is why I like what she said in the post-fight interview.
I came out here to show why I'm pound for pound number one.
All right, so Lauren Price, is that the fight that you want next?
Yes, if I can get it in between December and January. If not, I would love to fight against Michaela or Cam Tebow. She got the rest of the 3 belts. She don't really had that many fights in the professionals, but she got belts. It's not my fault these girls don't have the experience that I have. But hey, she got a belt that I know belongs to me.
Price did not hesitate or flinch for even a single second when the challenge was put in front of her. The reigning champion from Wales, who captured Olympic gold in Tokyo, has made it perfectly clear that she has absolutely no fear about stepping into deep waters against Shields and facing one of the most accomplished fighters of her generation. Instead of backing away from the potential showdown, Price welcomed the challenge with complete confidence, explaining that these are exactly the kind of legacy-defining matchups she has been chasing ever since turning professional. For Price, sharing the ring with a fighter of Shields' caliber represents an opportunity to prove that her own achievements belong among the very best in women's boxing. She openly acknowledged that she respects everything Shields has accomplished throughout her remarkable career, but she also believes her world-class amateur pedigree, exceptional movement, intelligent positioning, and elusive footwork could create a completely different kind of challenge. Price feels that her unique style presents a puzzle Shields has never truly been forced to solve during her professional career, setting the stage for a fascinating clash between two elite champions with confidence, ambition, and legacy on the line.
100% respect for Katie. I've always, looked up to her, and it's mad when you say that. We've been to most of the tournaments together, and in terms of like our accolades as an amateur, Olympic gold medal, European champion, world champion, European Games champion, it's a bit mad, but I think it makes for a great fight. And yeah, like I said, there's fully respect there what she's done in her career, but I think it's a great fight, and it's one that I would love.
And just a couple of the other names that you mentioned there, Michaela Meyer, of course, I think still holds the WBO, which is the one that's missing for you to become undisputed at 147 pounds. Obviously, she jumped up to 154, but that's a fight that a lot of people have been talking about. Is that a fight that we could realistically expect to see?
Yeah, definitely. I think it makes sense for both of us. We both won the fight, and I think obviously when it comes to the financial side of it, when things have settled in terms of what we both want, then yeah, the fight will definitely happen.
And then the last name, Claressa Shields, obviously a little bit of a weight disparity there. Claressa Shields has been boxing off at heavyweight, I mean, not too far ago. Where would that fight have to take place weight-wise, do you think?
I think, like, obviously there's talks around, like, 156 or possibly 160 maybe. I'm still working kilograms because I'm used to the amateurs. But, yeah, obviously, like, I'd have to move up a little bit. She'd have to come down, but, you know, what a great fight to make as well. I'd love to do, like, a 2-fight, 3-fight. It'd be amazing.
Okay, and just before I let you go, let's say we're sitting here, well maybe not here, but sitting down in 12 months' time in the start of 2027. What do you hope to have achieved by the end of 2026?
So I would love, obviously, win April 4th, fight Katie Taylor in August, fight Michaela Mayer December, January, and then set up 2 big fights with Claressa Shields.
While both fighters appear to be practically begging for the opening bell to ring, the real battle is now moving behind closed doors, where negotiations over the fight terms could determine whether this blockbuster matchup actually becomes a reality. Price currently campaigns at welterweight, while Shields has just completed the grueling process of dropping from heavyweight all the way back down to the 160-pound middleweight limit. Because of that significant difference in weight classes, discussions surrounding a possible catchweight somewhere between 154 and 156 pounds, or perhaps a straight middleweight showdown, are already beginning to heat up. But beyond the numbers on the scales, it is the dramatic contrast in their fighting styles that makes this potential matchup so captivating. On one side, Shields brings suffocating volume, relentless combinations, physical strength, and genuine punching power, constantly forcing opponents to deal with pressure from every direction. On the other side, Price offers lightning-fast southpaw counters, slick movement, intelligent angles, precise footwork, and defensive wizardry that can make her extremely difficult to catch cleanly. The clash between Shields' aggressive pressure and Price's elusive counterpunching could create a fascinating tactical battle where every adjustment, exchange, and mistake could completely change the momentum of the fight.
Defeated, she's hungry, and she feels that, you know, she's next best and that she's skilled enough to beat me in a fight. So.
If Lauren does win tonight and then you two do get it on, what weight do you think that fight would take place at? Obviously, she's campaigning at 147, you've been up at heavyweight, and you've even come down. What weight do you think you'd fight Lauren at? I'll
let all these girls know that 160 is the lowest option. Really 165, honestly. But, you know, for some who are smaller or who complain about me being too big and too strong, I said that I would try and, you know, eat a few less burgers to get down to 160. So.
Would you come back to the UK to fight Lauren, or would you like her to come over to... You've seen the crowd you brought to Detroit. We saw it the other week when you fought...
Yeah, want me to come to the UK, pay me that money. I've already... So Lauren tonight is fighting in front of 7,000 people. I fought in front of 18,000 my last fight. I've had sold out events my last 3 fights. So to be fighting in 16,000, 18,000, we know that I'm a big draw, that my fans are coming out to see me. And as far as me and Lauren Price, I am the bigger star. I'm the more accomplished fighter. I'm pound for pound #1. And, you know, she wants to be mentioned in those names. But it's always me coming to get these girls and every these girls coming to get me. So, I don't think Lauren is big enough for me to come over here and fight against her in the UK. She has to come to America, you know, if she really wants to smoke. But I'm not going to say that the fight is off or that it can't be made if she's like, oh, I'm too scared to come to America, I want to fight here. I'll be like, okay.
This potential super fight represents far more than championship belts, money, or a massive payday. It would be an authentic clash between 2 different eras, bringing together 2 highly decorated Olympic champions who are both competing near the absolute physical primes of their careers. Shields has repeatedly dared herself to be great by moving across multiple weight divisions, taking on bigger challenges and refusing to settle for comfortable opposition. Meanwhile, Price is determined to cement her own name in boxing history by becoming the fighter who finally cracks the code and hands the undefeated pound-for-pound queen a defining challenge. If both camps can finalize the terms and officially put pen to paper on the contract, fight fans could be preparing to witness one of the most tactical, competitive, and high-stakes showdowns modern combat sports has ever produced. The potential matchup carries enormous consequences for both fighters, with legacy, pride, championship status, and the opportunity to define an entire era hanging in the balance. Every adjustment, every punch, and every strategic decision could become part of boxing history. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos and breaking boxing stories. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.